Welcome back to part 3 of unboxing Lens of Galzyr. Here we have just unpacked the production page and rulebook, and the next thing that you encounter is this, protected by two of these bands. What you have here is I think these are the dividers in the cards. So you have here 300 and 300, so they are all front and back the same, and they go from, well, they separate by the hundreds. Then you have the green. Oh, here there is also the name if you are colorblind. This is a purple slot divider, black volt divider, and teal safe slot dividers. And they all have different symbols for the heroes. So yeah, again, great combination between. And I don't have any stock in Lens of Galzyr, and I'm not friends with Samir. I know, however, that this is not what you. This is above and beyond what you can expect in a Kickstarter. Kickstarters often have terribly thought out games. Okay, here we have the first two critters, Boomy and More. So it's, I think, easy to take out, punch out, and put the skill levels they start with. Not really sure what this. Oh, this goes under Boomier. So when you and I think then that this is the whole where you look up the number, perhaps his hit points or something. Usually, and now on the back, well, it's not white. Plop. So I'm going to put that together, and here again. So yeah, this is of course cardboard. It's thick enough, not too thick, not too thin. So these are called adventure boards. This is the souvenir token. So it also is like a whimsical story. There's no dark overlord that you have to defeat or level up and grind. This is just cute stories. Well, I'm not sure about the cuteness, but stories with critters in an animal kingdom. So Isola, really nice colors. That will never come across in the on the screen. But this is beautiful. From lights it goes to dark, and here also from light it goes to dark. So the background has already had enough details. Yeah, well, this is not really useful anymore. Of course, I will still show it. Let's see what this is. It's a protector, also very thoughtful. So in case of bumping around with shipping. This is the map in card form. Now you're wondering, of course, how sticky is this, or how will a card slide or not? So let me see. I'm going to zoom out to show the actual map. Maybe there are differences. I never really plan out these unboxings because I want to have the effect of surprise for myself as well. Otherwise it would be, well, scripted. I don't really like scripted in this case. So, here we go. It is about, well, it's also large. Let's put them together. So, what's the difference? As you can see here, I'm aligning color, the corners, the rounded corners in the stitched version. It's a few centimeters longer. It seems, but no, it's a few millimeters, in fact. So if you take this out, it's the same, I think. And you're probably wondering why I'm looking at that. Well, it's, for me it's a special thing, a map that you can fold. I don't see much difference. No. Okay. Maybe on the back side. Why not? Well, we're at it. The winter side. Again, one of the questions that I still have is when do you change the board from summer to winter? Again, I don't know much about the game. I read the rules, but it is more complicated than you think. And it is too easy to forget if you don't actually have played. Haven't actually played. This is a bit more less glossy if you compare this. This is more vibrant colors. So that's a thing to keep in mind also here. If you're looking at the same thing, 6 and 7 here, you see that it should be highlighted a bit. Let's see. So this is, it should be like so, I think. Yeah, you can't really tell from the camera because this now looks lighter and this looks darker, but the contrast in between light and dark here are more accentuated than the contrast here. Here it's more like some kind of color washed over it. So depends on the on your actual taste if you want to go for the map or not. Of course, I'm going to play the mat because I haven't ever played on a mat before. Not a foldable one like this one. And I really love the solution also. Let's put it somewhere. Okay, so this is the map, and I'm not going to use the map, of course. Let's see what else is there. We have a few minutes left. We're going to sit again. And well, as expected, we have here the plastic skill thingies. They look amazing on camera, but in fact they are not. They look really like really chemical. I would have preferred some kind of how do you call it? Some kind of transparency or something, or it's really hard plastic, not soft. I mean, okay. Then we have here a ziplock in a ziplock. Why not? We have here purple thingies. Purple is associated with the quest, as you saw. And these are the critters, and some kind of, this should be the day marker. And I am hoping that these are wooden, but from a ziploc you can't really tell. They feel very light, so probably they are plastic. And that's a pity, because I expected wooden, but wooden is so much nicer to the touch, because it's heavier. And this is this also. It's also from China, of course. So this is weighty. This is really, really nice to the touch. Strange. Maybe it's a very light wood or something. I'm not going to scrape off the color, of course. Not, at least not yet. Is this plastic or? I think this is wooden. It's just too heavy for a plastic feel. So, okay, next, the dice. Now, of course, everyone wants to feel the dice. Dice feel nice, weighty, so it's a heavy kind of plastic. It's etched in, of course, what you expect from an overproduced Kickstarter. So this is, how do you say, a relief. It has a depth, this also. Not going to bother with testing for fairness of the dice, but even if the color wears off, still have a second pair of dice, but even if it wears off, you will still see it in the outline. Yeah, really nice. So let's see how they roll. Just can't wait. Yeah, that feels really great. And this is also very, very good quality. So Americans will love this. I'm not really a fan of roll to